Angelique was talking about how when she's like measuring honey, she puts some pan spray on her spoon.
Yeah.
That's smart.
Because it helps things. So when you guys are thinking about making these things, there's no reason why this had to go in a container like this. I lost some of it. It could have gone right into my bowl. You know what I'm saying? No offense, no offense. And then also when you guys are thinking of these things, now these are going into the landfill. We could have just measured directly out of a container. So just when you guys you got a few years on these kids, you guys are going to have more plastic in your brains than we will because you've been around. You're going to be around with this plastic world that we got going on longer. Isn't that terrible? So rotten. So when it comes to your peppercorns, it took me a minute to corral those cats. But I'm just going to go like so and smash those guys, easy peasy. And then I can go in there and take my water and my acid reductions here. I got my lemon juice right now, so I'm going to go ahead and pop this guy over on to the grill. I'm just going to let it rip. So I'm going to get a couple things here by reducing this aggressively. A little bit of color and a little bit of color, which is going to change. It's going to alter the flavor and alter the color of my finished product, but I think it's going to be all right. So I've also got then the water on here. I'm going to crank that for a second just to make sure that that's nice and hot. The bowl's maybe a little on the big side, so you always have to consider that. Is that now I know I have a lot more metal that's going to potentially take on more heat. So possibly it's going to cook a little bit faster than if I had a smaller kind of a bowl. So again, so many layers of things that can go right or wrong when it comes to your recipe. But you just know, I know that that's going to hold more heat. So I need to be very, very conscious of adding that, bringing that on and off of the container or the container off of the guys. So we're reducing pretty quickly and we're reducing. Obviously we could have lessened the amount of water in this recipe and had reduced it less, right? We just need to cook those acids a little bit so that they get, we lessen that acidity in there. And so, again, for the Bernaise reduction, we use tarragon vinegar, shallots, peppercorns, some actual tarragon and tarragon sprig. And that really added to the flavor, and so it's got a much darker color. So Bernaise is going to be a darker color than this is going to be.
Unless I get like right up there, I'll shoot it.
Oh, Bernaise is on beef. To me, the hollandaise is like so good on fish or beef. To me, are my number ones for that. So.
No concern of the peppercorns.
What's that?
Burning. There's no concern of them burning.
Burning? No, not in a water environment.
I thought maybe if they stuck to the bottom.
Yeah. No, I think they're going to move around.
Okay.
Yes. Somebody say chef? Okay. So now my double boiler is getting nice and hot. So now I can bump that down to a nice moderate temperature. I just wanted to get it to where I had some steam coming up above. And it'll go pretty quick after that. And so again, once you get really accustomed to making this emulsification, you can really go super aggressive. And trust me, because I'm aggressive and I've gotten crazy aggressive when it comes to hollandaise. Every now and then, the best of cooks, with all the ducks in a row, will break their hollandaise. Sometimes it just happens. The kitchen gods are with us, and it is what it is. So we've got our reduction is working. I can expedite that a little bit by kind of like running that bowl around. It'll help to reduce it a little bit faster on the sides that are really, really hot. So we're going to reduce that down. I think, what does the recipe say? 2 tablespoons or something? Half? Okay. So you're kind of eyeballing it, right? So some of you guys may end up with a hollandaise which is a little bit on the thinner side. If you reduced yours down a little less than half, or a little, less than half. Some of you might end up with it being a little bit more on the dense side. And I think that's pretty good right there, that quantity of liquid. Will you guys just pop on a little bit of hot water over there on the sink? Just a little baby dribble of hot water. And I'm just going to come right where you are there, sir. All right, so fine wire whisk is where it's at because we're trying to incorporate air into this. A heavy wire whisk is going to be something that's just going to beat things down. Fine wire whisk is going to incorporate air into things. So that's going to be our I do, just to make sure. So because that's hot, and again, I'm dancing with the devil because that's how I roll. But nevertheless, I like to get these guys kind of charging a little bit. And so again, the size of this bowl for the quantity of hollandaise that we have is really pretty heavy, but that's all good. It works like a champ. I'm just going to bump these guys over so that I can swing over here with my swing over here with my pot when I'm done. If somebody doesn't mind getting this guy damp over by the sink, that would be fantastic. All right, so I should be able to see that these yolks are actually kind of lightening a little bit in color, and then also getting a little bit aerated because I'm chemically cooking them with the acids that I just added in there. Also, the little bit of heat that was in that reduction too will help to start to cook those guys. So now we can go over to the stove and over our double boiler. Again, we're just trying to get some heat. I never stop whisking. You're dancing with the devil if you stop whisking when you've got this over the heat. And so if I end up, again, getting a little bit of splashes of my egg yolk on the side of my bowl, if I can get it fast enough, I'll try to get it back down into the bottom of my bowl. I also like to kind of spin this guy around a little bit too. It makes me feel like I'm getting this cooked nice and evenly. I don't have any hot spots in my bowl. I also want to make sure that my pot is directly over my burner as well. Every now and then you guys are going to notice that you have like a little hot spot or a little dark spot in your pan when you're cooking something, and that's a good indicator that your pot or pan is not directly centered over your heat. So you always want to make sure that you're kind of watching that. I'm starting, again, this is kind of a large bowl, so I'm starting to see. I got a little bit on the sides. I'm going to go back and give that a whisk and get that down back to the bottom. No, not yet, not yet. I will. I'll bring it over there to that other table though when I start to add in the fat. Oh, Shiza, you know what I didn't do? Hey, you guys, will you put somebody temp that clarified butter over there to make sure that we're between 120 and 150. So I'm starting to lighten in color over here. I didn't have all my pizza plots together. Starting to lighten in color a little bit here, getting a little bit foamy, but as I run my whisk through the bottom, I have some darker yolk that I can see here, so I know I'm not quite there yet. And so again, this footprint is a little problematic, but because I got a little bit of that yolk up on the sides, I can go back and get that off of there and get that back down in. So I'm really, really, really close here. So eventually, I should be able to kind of put my whip through here, and it will hold a little baby ribbon. It'll kind of like hold a line, and then it will drop back down and collapse back down onto itself.
How long should that ribbon last?
Just a couple seconds-ish. Yeah, it's super short. So I think we're there. I don't see any darker yolk in there. And when I run my whisk through there, it holds its shape for just a second, and then it collapses back in on itself. And so what did that tip out at?
It's here about 150.
Oh, thanking you, 150. I like that. All right, so now we're going to take this guy, and swing it over here. Watch out. There we go.
Thank you.
Oh, thanking you, butter. Yep, that can go down there. Fantastic. All right. So now I've got this guy, this towel is a nice little anchor. In your recipe, it says, it's kind of romantic that it says put some of your lemon juice in there to stop that cooking process. That's kind of romantic.
What do you mean by that?
Well, I don't know. It just seems goofy. It's like somebody was bored and they're like, oh, we're going to slow down the cooking process. I just think it's kind of nonsense. It's kind of nonsense to me. I don't know. I just don't think it's necessary.
Sorry, but you use a lot of words like that when you call things like sexy or romantic.
Part of it's just the tone of the voice, you know.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I think it's kind of dorky. It's like somebody who's bored and they're like trying to make themselves seem cool or something like that. They're like, well, you got to stop the cooking process with a lemon. Do you? I don't know. All right, so now just a few little dribbles in. I really want to make sure that when I see that the little dribbles of butter, when they disappear, I can add a little bit more. Once I get a little emulsification starting here with this, then I can go a little bit faster. Again, the footprint of this bowl is a little bit problematic. It's way too big for the quantity of hollandaise that we have, but it'll work. And so as I'm going here, if it starts to get too thick, I can go over and dribble a little bit of hot water in there. But right now it seems like it's good. And again, I'm whisking like the dickens. If I need to stop whisking, if I need to take a breath, then I'm going to stop pouring my butter. I'm going to continue whisking until I see no more little bits. And then I can go back to it. So don't ask anybody to hold your hair back or pour your butter or hold your bowl or something like that. Maybe at home if you're trying to, I don't know. It's a cry for help, I think. It's a cry for help. What do you think, Shay? Hey, guy. How's it going, mister? Groovy. see, you can just like focus. With that elbow tucked into your arm, you guys, it's really good biomechanics. But if my muscles started to ache, I could drop that and I could switch a little bit. So you can switch out your muscle groups a little bit in there. And or just whisk faster and it'll be over faster. I'm no good with my other hand though.
No?
I don't think I am.
Pastry, even with so much, you get used to it.
Oh, you get huge. Oh, I bet you do. Yep. All right, so this is starting to get a little bit thick. Anybody want to give me just a little bit of hot water
Is this
in
hot
there?
water?
It's not hot.
Okay. I guess so. Oh,
Let me see what thick looks like.
no worries. So again,
Oh,
you
yeah.
decide how thick you want it to be. Again, if we really want this to cling to whatever our food product